But we begin today with the actual start of this very weird baseball season. And how long it goes is anybody's guess. But it starts tonight with the Yankees at the world champion Washington Nationals, who are impacted because their star outfielder Juan Soto tested positive for coronavirus in a test conducted 2 days ago. Wilbon, what does this news mean for the Nats and for baseball at large?
Well, Tony, I'm not picking the Nats now. I mean, I was looking for some reason to say, okay, Nationals repeat. But all I've heard from you for a year now is that Soto is the best player on the Nationals. Maybe not a year, because he wasn't last year. I get that. But he is now. Right. You've been telling me that this offseason.
Yes.
Okay. So if I don't know what his status is, and it's a shortened season, dramatically shorter, like 37%, of the games, I can't pick the Nationals. I mean, I'm looking at every year I get frustrated and tired of people picking the Dodgers, and the Dodgers don't come through. And so I wind up making fun of the Dodgers, even though I know and love the owners of the Dodgers. I'm not going to make fun of the Dodgers. I'm going to pick the Dodgers too. I like the aggression, in which they said, we're in this to win it every year. We're going to try our damnedest every single time out. I love that from the Dodgers. I'm picking them to win. And sorry, because I know that means the Nationals wouldn't even get to the World Series if that's the case.
Let me go back to Juan Soto for a second. He is their best everyday player. Anthony Rendon was. Anthony Rendon left to go to the Angels. He's their best everyday player. He played on Monday night. He played on Tuesday night. He got the result of a positive test after he had played on Tuesday. This means that every Nationals player is at risk. Every single one, because they were around him. Okay, now I know there are protocols in place, but when I first heard this news, I thought, well, maybe baseball would postpone the game. Then Aaron Boone, the manager of the Yankees, and I thought that because you now put the Yankees at risk, because you don't know who's got it on the Nats, but Aaron Boone said, we are ready to go. So clearly there are protocols, clearly there are rules. I'm a little bit surprised by it. And Mike, this is the important thing. They're not in a bubble in baseball. This is what we're going to face probably at least once a week and maybe more than that. And I was so optimistic about baseball. And again, Mike, it comes back to the virus. Everything we've done for months on this show comes back to the virus.
Tony, the NHL and NBA are in a bubble. And while you think the bubble has a better chance of working, you don't know, because people can get out of the bubble. Not just in theory, but practically speaking. They could. And come back and bring the virus back. And you've got that even with a bubble. Without a bubble. Baseball and football. As recently as, yesterday, I kept saying, and I know it's a broken record and people are tired of it. I'm tired of saying it. We don't know. This is now a case of we don't know. Not just we don't know about today, we don't know about the Nationals going forward if this is more widespread than their best player. And you know what? It may not be widespread at all. It may not. This could just be a speed bump. But we don't know that. We are in this uncharted territory, Tony, and that's how we start this baseball season.
So my point is that I was looking forward to talking about a baseball season and why in a short season you need starting pitching and you need a deep bullpen and all of these baseball things. And once again, boom, the rug comes out and we talk about the virus.
That's right.
That's all.
There's a developing subplot to opening night, Tony. The players have agreed to expand the playoff field from 10 teams to 16 for this season, just this season. That's more than half of baseball's 30 teams. Tone, is this an idea you support?
So I didn't think they were going to do this because I thought the players said, oh, no, we're not going to let the owners make any money in expanded playoffs. We're not going to give it to them. And now they've given them that in return for, I think, $50 million is the report.
As opposed to $25 million, which was in the pot earlier. So
they doubled it because it's a good time to be a player in basketball, in football, and in baseball because you got owners over a barrel. Look, we're living in, as you say, uncharted territory. I'm doing things. I'm working in my attic, okay? I'm not going to any restaurants. I'm walking my dog with a mask on. Things are different right now. I don't like, let me get the exact number here. I don't like the 22 teams back in the NBA, and I don't like the 24 teams in the playoffs in the NHL, and I don't like this. But for this year only, Mike, we have to adapt. We have to be willing to do things that we were not willing to do before. And so, yes, I will endorse it.
Yeah, I don't know if I endorse it. I'll take it. I'll watch it. I'm going to watch sports. Right now, it's pretty much for me, it's just golf because I'm not watching auto racing. I'm watching a little bit of, actually, Tony, the Bundesliga. Don't get me started. I am. So when baseball puts this out there, whatever's out there, we're going to watch. I don't like it. I don't want to endorse it. I don't want more. I don't need more. I just need to have some of what we've had. And so I don't see the need for 16 baseball teams. But, again, it's a one-time deal, we think. Although, Tony, there have been one-time deals before, and they become all-the-time deals because teams and networks get used to owners and players and networks grow accustomed to increased revenues, and they don't go back on these things, Tony. So I'm not saying that baseball is going to stick with 16, but I bet they try to increase it. Football just increased it. Everybody thinks more is better, even though it's not. Here's what it is. It's more money. And that's what no sport or network can wean itself from.
So there's one significant difference. I love the wild card game, the one and done wild card game. That's gone. The first rounds are going to be two out of three.
Yeah.
Now, this is in basketball where they don't have as many variables. This is going to be more like hockey to me. I think you're going to see more upsets because a pitcher has a bad game and you only have to win two. I'm not crazy about it, but I'm going to live with it this year.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.